It's like the opening scene of an action movie. With a loud crash, the car gets kicked like a soccer ball, leaving it stuck on the door, while Zaibo hopped on like an angry lion. Who sent you? F coughed up some blood without a word, while Zaibo was busy turning F's face into a punching bag. Then, he casually set the delivery truck on fire, disappearing into the night as if he was late for a party. Little did Zaibo know that this dramatic night was just a calm before the storm. With finals approaching, the late-night atmosphere at Jingyun High School was charged. Someone slipped into the gym and loosened the basketball hoop screws. Next day in PE, Old Q said, "Free play. Show your skills." Kang Sun threw his badminton racket, but Feng Sun only stared at Zai Zhu, leaving Kang Sun feeling like an ant on a hot griddle. He swung with all his might, shattering the racket, and at just the right moment, the loosened hoop came crashing down. Zai Zhu jumped with all her might. Her classmate screamed in panic, but it was too late. The hoop was coming down like a meteor. It was plummeting towards Zai Zhu, and at that moment, Feng Sun and Kang Sun both realized it and rushed towards her like a duo from a buddy comedy movie, while the gym became a bustling marketplace. Everyone stared at the class president in disbelief, while Feng Sun looked dejected like he lost his favorite toy. If he hadn't been weighed down, he would have flown right over. Old Q was a flurry of confusion, frantically brainstorming how to explain the chaos that just went down. Little did he know, this spectacle had been streamed online by a vlogger, leaving Lao Min fuming mad. She was so angry that she couldn't find words. Feng Sun was preoccupied with thoughts of making up for not saving Zai Zhu. It was his first time since birth wanting to ditch those weights and enjoy freedom, quietly asking his son, "What do you do if you get caught?" Feng Sun snapped back that she hated feeling this way, negative, stubborn, and having no self-confidence whatsoever. No matter where he went to school, he was always the one flying under the radar, all thanks to dear old mom. All he ever heard was "don't do this, don't do that," but today, he could have shined brighter. Mei Zion never brought up her husband to her son, and Feng Sun never mentioned that terrifying dream to her mom. The squabbling mother-son didn't know school events had reached North Korean intelligence. The head of the intelligence agency immediately deployed his best agents, ordering to eliminate the Southern Black Ops group in a month, making those imperialist dogs pay for their sins from 15 years ago. To understand the legend of the Black Ops group, we must return to that real historical aviation disaster. At 2:05 p.m. in 1987, Korean Air Flight KMNS-858 was cruising over the Indian. A kid in the cabin spotted someone outside, who just happened to be knocking on the cockpit window. The pilot took off his headset and thought he heard the word bomb, immediately reporting to the tower. But it was too late. With a blinding flash, the plane exploded, and all 115 aboard vanished in the roar. Jing Dujai removed his windscreen mask, his mood plummeting like the plane's engine into the abyss of the Indian Ocean. Fast forward to 1994. At the South Mountain Security Office in South Korea, 24-year-old Lee Mei-Zion stood quietly before Old Min. She had been injured during a secret operation 2 years ago, leaving her with impaired vision. Old Min was filled with regret. Mei-Zion should have been a core member of the Black Ops group. Old Min invited Mei-Zion into the secret office and handed her a classified mission. Jing Dujai, codename Wenjin, the leader of the Black Ops, was about to undertake a top-secret mission vital to the nation's future. Old Min intended to evaluate the depth of Jing Dujai's mindset in order to comprehensively determine whether he was capable of fulfilling this highly classified mission. Mei-Zion's task seemed simple yet daunting. Get close to Jing Dujai, build a good rapport, analyze his psychology, and make an objective judgment. Their first meeting took place in an elevator. Jing Dujai visited headquarters once a month, giving reports to Old Min and shooting the breeze. To create opportunities, Old Min changed the report schedule to once a week, and Mei-Zion made sure to carry documents for an accidental encounter each time. Mei-Zion arrived early at the vending machine, using her super senses to catch the sound of Jing Dujai fiddling with coins from afar. She calculated his steps, inserted a coin into the vending machine, chose coffee, and turned just in time. Jing Dujai called out to Mei-Zion, asking to borrow a coin for coffee. She knew he had coins in his pocket and seized the moment. He suddenly realized that this beauty seemed familiar, recalling a banquet in Longjing City 2 years ago. Minister Ming held a banquet at the Longjing Hotel, attended by all the field agents. Mei Zhang performed as a songstress on stage, enchanting everyone with her melodious voice. This gathering was codenamed Fish Fillet, with old men aiming to flush out North Korean spies. News had already made its way back to North Korea that they would lace the tea tonight. Anyone who received the message and did not faint after drinking the tea was considered a North Korean spy. Immediately thereafter, a single gunshot transformed the banquet scene into a pool of blood, turning it into a river of crimson. Mei Zhang took off her heels, grabbed her gun, and joined the fray. Her instincts quickly sensed more than one spy. Among them were her seniors, classmates, and even her former mentor. Most of them had families and children, and Mei Zhang hesitated for a long time, unable to pull the trigger. The project leader shouted to Mei Zhang to toss another tear gas. After hesitating, she grabbed the wrong one. She grabbed a flashbang and tossed it into the sky. Mei Zhang woke up from her dream. The source of her eye injury turned out to be this nightmare.